Hey everybody, welcome back to Building SouthLake episode number 62, I believe is what we're on. So today we're going to go over and do our subscriber of the week, and we will talk about a couple of things, new things added, and we're going to continue working on the same building that we worked on last week. And so last week, the building that we worked on kind of just turned into pillars, but now I want to show you what it actually looks like. So before we do that, let's type in our subscriber of the week. So we have Michael, so M-I-C-H, I think it's A-E-L is how you spell Michael. Do a space, and then Jensuek. So J-A-N, I think I haven't done him before. J-A-N-U-S-E-K. U-S-E-N-K from what it looks like. There we go. So Michael Jensuek, congratulations. Because I don't think we've done him before. Oh, never mind, we did. I was wondering why he actually looked familiar. So, Michael, never mind, buds. We can't have two people. So, this time, we're going to go. Sorry about that, guys. That's actually the first time that's happened. So, G-E-A-N. So, Jean Paul. So, P-A-U and L. We'll skip a space just to make sure we can fit it. And then, Yoxel. So, Y-O... X, it looks like, and then A-L-L. So, Jean Paul Yaxel, thank you very much for watching. Sorry about the whole mishap there at the beginning. So, there we go. So, Michael, sorry about that, buds, but we can't have two people on the same thing. So, let's go look at the building that we are going to be talking about and the one that we worked on last week. Because it's actually come quite far, and I did find a couple ways to make it look a little bit prettier from the outside, and there are extremely small details that actually make it look better. So, here it is. And ta-da! So just these pillars turned into all of this. So I finally figured out a window design, as you can tell. That was a sticking point last week, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but the building's looking pretty good. I love all of this right here, how it goes up. And just the small details I was talking about are these. I mean, just these little flowers here in the middle add a whole different kind of, more colorful and perspective to it. And I need to add a, what are those called? Trapdoor there. Did I do it on the other side? I didn't do it there either, so I'll have to fix that. So let's continue working on this building though. So we need to add in some more windows. It looks like everything is taken care of. You can see how big the building is going to be. So I'm thinking right here should be where the elevator is going to be. Mainly because there's not too much space, as you can tell right here. So if we have the elevator here, that might be the best fit for it. So I think we're going to go with that. So, but before we even do that, we need to add in some more windows. So we need to have this here. Yeah, so one of the things I want to talk about today, nothing bad, nothing about really my channel, like I usually do. But today we're going to be talking about, one, Christmas and how everything like that went for you guys. But also, I made a new website for my channel. Now, I did upload a video for that and talking about it a little bit more. Now, it was only like a minute and 40 seconds long, but it kind of just went over, what the website really is, because some of you guys may know this, but I did have a website long before, this one here, but I had to get rid of it at the time because I was living in my apartment, and I was kind of struggling with money there for a little bit. So, like anybody, I kind of had to choose some things to give away, and I chose to get rid of my website, unfortunately, mainly because I was doing really bad. What is this here? Is that right? That's going to be interesting. Did not think that one through, so I guess we're just going to have to make this one too wide instead. Huh. How did that happen? I'm not sure if I want to add a window there or not, because it's a different size. Wait, no, it's not. It's not a different size. I'm an idiot. Well, you guys knew that, but okay. We just got to continue on with what we were doing. Yeah, but anyways, going back to what I was saying. And so I had a website before, and it wasn't the greatest website. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't, great. It wasn't really organized. You could still find your things, but you did have to do a little bit of searching through it. Now, this new website is made to be very, very simple when it comes to finding things and also looking professional at the same time. So if you go check it out, you're going to see some things about me on there, about my setup, things like that. You're also going to see some frequently asked questions. I want to put that in there because there are some questions that do get repeated quite a bit when you make a lot of videos, because not everybody can see the other comments that people put. And so I put the most asked questions in there and the ones I think people would probably ask. Now, I'm sure there's some that I missed. I'm just kind of going off of like some of them. Actually, are these supposed to be even with each other? No? Okay. I haven't worked in this building in a couple days, so I'm trying to make sure I get it correct before we move on too far. Yeah, so the new website is very, very organized. I love it. I took a lot of time to actually make it because I didn't make it in one day, but I tried like I think 30 other designs, trying to make a design that I think you guys would like. And because I'm going through Squarespace to actually make it, and if you don't know what Squarespace is, they basically allow you to make your own custom website, which is basically what I did. And so you can do it for anybody. And so I really wanted to make sure it was, professional and also just, clean looking and, really easy to navigate your way through it. So that's pretty much all about that. I mean, if you guys want to go see it, it's simple. It's safetyboost.net. Just go check it out. Let me know what you think because, like I said, I did it all for you guys so you guys can find a other place to find me. And one of the things I put on there is, so since I do a subscriber of the week, I am also putting the subscriber of the week on my website as well, so everybody else can see it when they go to visit it. And that way, if they don't just watch this video, actually, did I mess up on that? No, did I? No, I keep thinking I messed up for some reason, even though I haven't. Yeah, so if you are a subscriber of the week, you can go onto the website and see that your name is there. I'm still trying to figure out a way to add a link going to your channel. I have to try to figure that out. So there's not a link at the moment, but there is a picture of your name and everything like that. Like I said, had to try to find a way to add a link into actually it. So that's going to be probably the hardest part is trying to figure out, some of the small details like that. Jax. Sorry if you guys can hear that. My cat, he scratches the wall when he uses the bathroom. I don't know why. Like after he's done, most cats they cover up what they just did. Well, he decides to scratch the wall to try to cover everything up, which it gets annoying. Jax. Stop it. So sorry if you guys can hear that. You guys probably can't because I do have a better mic. So hopefully you guys can't hear it too much. So let's see. What are some other things that we could talk about? I said we would talk about Christmas, and yes, we are going to talk about that. So what did you guys get for Christmas? I can tell you what I got. So a couple of new things. I mean, one of them is not really a present because it's from me, but I did buy a new computer that should be here in the next couple weeks. And this new computer that I bought is going to be extremely powerful. It's made to kind of like replace the two computers that I already have and just kind of combine them into one. So it's basically going to be doing the jobs of two computers. So this thing's going to be extremely powerful, but that was pretty expensive for a computer. It's the most I've ever spent on something like that because it cost quite a bit of money. I'm not going to really say how much, even though I think I said it in another video. I got a 5 terabyte hard drive, which I was asking for because making videos, you run out of space very, very fast. So it's actually, I needed a lot more hard drive space. But funny enough, I got my 5 terabyte hard drive for Christmas, but on my new computer, I added 4 2 terabyte hard drives in it. So I'm going to have 8 terabytes just in the computer alone. Then the 5 that my parents got me for Christmas. So I should be good on hard drive space for a while. I would hope so at least. What else did I get? I got some ammo for my AR-15, which if you don't know what that is, it's a assault rifle. That might be the best way to say it. That's what the AR stands for. I believe so, actually. I think that's what it stands for. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Let's see. What did I get? My girlfriend got me a Manchester United jacket, which I really like because Manchester United is my favorite football team or soccer team over here in the States is what we call it. And they are my favorite team just because I like, the team itself. Let's see. What else did I get? She got me a Manchester United beanie, which has like a little red thing on top of it. How are we looking so far? Did we already get all the windows? Nope, we forgot these over here. Let's see. It's always like hard to remember what you got for Christmas after like so much time. I got some new polo shirts for work, and that's pretty much about it. I'm sure there's a couple things I'm missing here and there, but those are really the main things. So I really want to know what you guys got in the comment, or what you guys got at Christmas in the comments. It'd be really weird if you got something in the comments for Christmas. It'd be really weird. So yeah, please let me know what you guys got, because that's going to be really cool to see. And also, I thought of a new idea for a show this morning when I was at work. And what I want to do for a series is I want you guys to ask me really weird questions. Like if you, like, it's going to be hard to describe it in, one sentence. But basically, like, ask me funny questions that, you might be funny answers to. And that way, I can actually make a new show out of that. Kind of like the comment show I already have. Hasn't really been uploaded in a while because I've been very, very busy. But I still want to start another series that might be more entertaining. So I think that might be the best way to go. Because I think when there's funny answers, it's more entertaining, So I want you guys to ask me funny questions. Like, so what happened, like, what would you do if you were president, for example? It might be a funny answer. I'm not going to answer it now, but on the show, I probably would. So I'm not sure what the show's going to be called. Again, I thought of it this morning, so there's still a lot of things to kind of work out when it would go up, if it would be a weekly thing, if it would be a, monthly thing. There's a lot of things I still got to figure out about it. It was just a new idea that I had this morning. And there we go. How are we looking from back here so far? We still need to add the window design in, but we have the actual windows itself. I want to find something to do with this here. Because I don't want to add a window, because it'd be kind of pointless to have a window, in my opinion. But, or would it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually might be able to add a window in here, and it might not look too bad. So we actually might go ahead and do that. So, time to get rid of all this. I kind of just put it here because it was actually really weird how this side turned out, about how it's like only like 2 or 3 blocks from the other side. Now, a lot of that is because we turned it over there. We turned it back a little bit, but I didn't think it would be off by that much. I thought it would be about the same. So, we talked about Christmas. We talked about the new website. We talked about, a couple other things here and there about a new show. I am trying to figure out a couple new shows to make. Also, another thing I want to talk about and ask your guys' help for. So, as you guys know, WeBeStranger and I, we do record quite a bit of videos. Now, we haven't recently, but we have actually recorded 2 yesterday. And so, what I want to ask you guys is, I want to come up with a team name for WeBeStranger and I. And the reason for that is so, when I upload a video talking about, or just like, what would be the best way to describe it? I want to upload a video, and that way you guys know exactly when you see the title or the thumbnail, like WeBeStranger is going to be in it, and that way you know as soon as you click on it, it's going to be a double person video, not a single person video, like you see like these. So what, we need to put, this one goes here, right? On top? Is that right? Let's go over in here and just make sure we're doing that correctly. Yep, okay, had it correct. Whew. So I really want to figure out a team name for us. So like I said, when we upload a video, you automatically know when you see the thumbnail or the title of the video, you know that he's going to be in it, and it's hopefully going to be a little bit more entertaining. And we came up with a couple, yesterday. We came up with Trigger Happy Team, or Team Trigger Happy, but it's not really funny. I kind of want a funny name, That way it's more entertaining when you actually hear it, and, just different stuff like that. I mean, let me know in the comments as well what you guys think might be a good team name. Other than that, there's not really else too much I can really think of to talk about, because I basically hit all my hitting points already. So we're looking pretty good so far. Let's see. I definitely like the front of the building the most so far, and I actually like the roof too. And I wasn't sure what kind of roof I wanted to go with, but I think this actually might work. It's made to be like a little, like it's supposed to go up and down again. So that's what I wanted to really go for with that roof design. And it actually should. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. So the only problem I can see at the moment is that this roof is going to intersect with here, where it's straight, but then here where it comes out a little bit farther. So we're going to have to figure out what to do with the roof there. That actually might be kind of interesting. I'll have to try to think of something. Maybe, I actually have an idea. What if we take this, just the top level, and make it even with everything else, and then everything else would be a little bit lower below it? That actually might work. It might look kind of cool too. If you do it correctly, it might look good, I should say. So, I will see you guys next week for another episode of Building SouthLake. Hopefully you guys actually like the building. Again, it has come pretty far just from pillars. So, I mean, the whole thing I want you guys to kind of take away from this, if you take anything away from it, is the fact that you can start off with something small and turn it into something that looks pretty good. I mean, in my opinion, this is one of my favorite buildings because of just the new materials, obviously. But just, I like the overhang here because it kind of feels more realistic, opens up a little bit more space. So yeah, just remember that we started with just these pillars and then we kind of grew everything else around it. So again, I will see you guys next week for another episode, or come back tomorrow for another episode of something else. I'm not sure what's coming out tomorrow. It could be Battlefront. It could be Rainbow Six Siege. You never know what's coming out nowadays. So thank you very much for watching, guys. It's greatly appreciated.